All right, Paris, Caitie. First road trip of Big Sky, two close games. Just what is your kind of biggest takeaway, either as a team or individually, from the weekend?
I think as a team, my takeaway was that we're good competitors for the Big Sky. Like, no game's going to be easy, but we definitely have a chance to win it all. So it's really hopeful for our outcomes.
Yeah, I think we just honestly played really hard both games, and I think we showed a lot of fight, which is something that we were working on. Me and Em talked about like our competitiveness and really like sitting down and getting stops and just like that effort piece. And I thought we really showed that. And obviously, they're both tough games, and happy to come up with one to split the weekend. But yeah, I think we really improved from past weeks and proved something to ourselves. So yeah.
I know you wanted to get the win in Bozeman, but just what does it mean? Preseason number one team, you pushed them, had control for a lot of that game. That you can, like you said, you can be beat the best team in the conference.
Yeah, I think, we always have belief in ourselves. Like, we think we're a good team, we work really hard, and we play well together. And so we never didn't really believe in ourselves, but it's obviously nice to go out and prove it and show it. Obviously, yeah, not the exact result we wanted, but there's a lot we can take from that game as our season continues to move forward.
Okay, I can't remember if I asked this. What do you just see the biggest change from being in Washington as opposed to Cali?
Obviously, I'm a lot closer to home, which is really nice. My family gets to come down. I get to see my brothers, my parents, and just have that support system around me has been really huge because it is tough being away from home. So yeah, getting to see them more often has been really fun.
Paris, second year here. What's kind of the difference of like you came in, you got immersed with the culture? What's kind of like how you changed from being now that you've been here a year? How do you sort of change your mindset and like how you interact with your teammates?
Yeah, I think it's crazy how much everything really slows down in a year and you just get used to the system and how things run. And it's cool to be able to then have that insight and show others how the system goes as well and just truly immerse yourself in the culture here.
Both from Canada. What's been the biggest challenge or that you've faced?
I think what Caitie was mentioning before, just like being away from home, especially at my last school, so it's nice to be closer and in drivable range. But yeah, just having to become more independent, but that's also like probably the biggest blessing about it.
Yeah, obviously, like we get really good support here, but there's times where it's tough. Everyone else has family coming out, or they get to see people on the road, and like we don't really get to experience that all the time. But our teammates are amazing, and even our teammates' families have like adopted us as their own, and like are really supportive of us. And so, even though that's hard sometimes, it definitely makes up for it, like the family atmosphere here.
You kind of talked about being closer to home for both of you. What is that the biggest benefit you see is playing internationally, but still within driving distance to home?
Yeah, it definitely is a part of it. And when I was deciding to transfer, it played a part. But obviously, we're here to play competitive basketball, and we made the decision to leave home. And this is like obviously our dreams is to be here, pursuing this in a different country. And so it's tough, but it's totally worth it. And the pros definitely outweigh the cons as for that.
How long have you both? How long have you been here, like in the States, like call it all together?
Yeah. This is my 5th year because I did a year of high school or prep school in Connecticut. So I was there for a year and then did 2 in Pittsburgh. And then this is my 2nd year here. So I'm almost more American now.
This month would be my 2 years in America. So not that long, just a baby. But yeah, it hasn't been that long.
What was kind of just the biggest surprise coming in? Or I know it's pretty close, but is there anything that's like, wow, that was way different than home?
I wouldn't say there's that much like completely different. Obviously, I was in California first, which is a little bit different than Washington. And so that, not really culture shock, but everyone's coming from different places and being able to learn from different people and like their experiences has been really cool because I didn't know much about the States. I haven't been to many states. And so it's super fun to travel, like go to Montana and go to Idaho and like these places that I probably wouldn't be going to if I didn't play basketball. And so I think like that's really cool opportunities to travel and see a lot of new places.
Yeah, basketball just takes you to meet so many different people from different cultures. So it's such a blessing, I feel like, to just get outside of that circle that you were raised in and kind of see what else is out there.
What is sort of have you feel like you've changed since being here? Has that changed you being in the States, or are you just same old, or just gradual being in college?
I think I've changed just in like being more cultured and the different ways that people have been brought up and just like, yeah, being exposed to different types of people and learning more about myself in that process too.
Yeah, I'd say pretty similar. Obviously, you change like based on who you're around and getting to learn from other people. But it's also fun like being able to bring a little bit of our home back to here and like getting to share what it's like growing up in a different country. Obviously, Canada's not that far away, but it is different, and so that's really cool too. It's like the little things that make us Canadian and us to be able to expose like other people to that too. It's cool.
All right, kind of going off of that, what's your favorite thing about the States, and then what's kind of you miss about Canada the most that you wish you could have here?
What I miss? I really miss Tim Hortons. It's like my favorite.
That's literally what I was going to think. I can't believe you actually said that.
It's pretty basic answer, but it's just nothing compares to it. And then when I was in California, like I really miss like just the nature and the seasons that I get where I live is like so beautiful. So that part of it too, just being outside all the time. You get that here a little bit, but not quite as much as where I'm from. And then my favorite thing about America, I hate just to talk about food, but I really like Chick-fil-A. So we don't get that. And we used to like come down for AAU trips and like that was like the highlight. Like we'd land the airplane, we're going to Chick-fil-A. So I say the food, but obviously there's other things, but the food.
No, I agree, especially being like in the East Coast as well. Like their Thanksgivings and things, it's cool to try their food. And then missing about home, definitely the beautiful nature and just being around my family.
Kind of going off of food, who on the team is the best cook?
Like I don't know who does savory dishes the best, but probably Addie because she made a fire mac and cheese.
Yeah, Addie's like kind of our resident baker. She's really good, so I would definitely trust her. But I feel like we do have a lot of like up and coming chefs on the team.
Bella cooks.
Bella does cook, so I feel
those
like
are the two answers I usually get.
yeah,
so
I
that
feel like
makes
I
sense.
honestly would trust anyone though. Like if they had the time, like I feel like we'd be pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Capable.
You guys got any desire to do that, or you're just about eating?
I like baking a lot as well. I think I've kind of, been the competitor for Addie for that spot a little bit since I transferred here. But as far as cooking, like it's just takes a lot of time. So I'd love to try more recipes later when I have time.
Yeah, definitely something I'll probably get into a little bit later in life. I think I'm very capable and I can do it. It's just like when I get home from practice, I'm just hungry right then. So I'm not doing a lot of elaborate stuff, but I give myself the benefit of the doubt. I feel like I can do it.
You got that.
Yeah, I got that.
I'm setting you up for another food answer, but what's your favorite activity in Cheney or Spokane? Could be both, could be one, either one. Open-ended.
I think Cheney sunsets are like unmatched. If you go up to the water tower with the team and like see that open field, it's nice.
I feel like Cheney is so fun because everyone's so close. And so even just like going over to each other's houses and hanging out like in Cheney, like that's not really something obviously specific, but it's been so fun because I feel like we know the area really well and you can just like, walk over and hang out and just, the small time vibe I like.
Awesome. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.